Is there such a thing as a moral victory for the Redskins? And if so, was Sunday's game in Philadelphia one?
A moral victory is tough to define because you still feel bad after losing and the Redskins lost. So I'm not sure. I mean, you could say it's victorious in a way. Cousins played a lot better than I think a lot of people expected. However, you see the same mistakes being made on special teams in the secondary, which almost reminds you of the lineups from 2013, and that's not a victory at all. So I guess I would, if it's a yes or no question, I would say no.
No moral victory for the Redskins Eagles. What about you, Keith?
No self-respecting football player or coach would ever allow themselves to say there's a moral victory. But if you listen to the players talk after the game on Sunday, you listen to sports radio on Monday, which I was guilty of, it sounded like a moral victory. Certainly everybody was pretty happy saying, well, you know, we scored 34 points and you got to score it. You hung with Philly. And I think though, you know, the fact they had the ball on the 41-yard line, you know, with a chance to either tie, you really should get a field goal there. And, you know, maybe if you convert that 3rd and 10, 4th and 10, you may score a touchdown and win. You almost don't feel good about that because they were in really good position to win. I probably should have looked up the win probability of that position at that point in the game. But you know, it's kind of half and half. It's a little bit they certainly felt good about where they stood after that game, but at the same time, there's no such thing as moral victory. They're 1-2.
Yeah, they're still 1-2. Dan, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think it's a total garbage argument. I mean, it was an exciting game to watch. It was kind of enjoyable at times to watch. But I think that, I mean, there's only 16 games in the NFL season. You can't waste time saying, oh, yeah, these 4 were moral victories, these 3 were non-moral losses, these 4 were immoral ties. I mean, it's just...
that could have been an immoral game the way it went down.
No, I mean, they got completely beaten up and battered. They have another important game 4 days later. We've seen teams in the NFL regularly get blown out and then win the next game. It's not like you have to... It's not like a progression where you have to get close the first game and then, you know, pull ahead the next game. You just win. If you have a chance to win, if you have the ball in the other team's territory with multiple timeouts and you only need like 10 yards to get a field goal to tie and you have a chance to go and score a go-ahead touchdown, no, you go win the game. You don't talk about how you were close the next day.
But given that the Eagles are 3-0 now and were largely viewed as the team to beat in the NFC East, and this was Kirk Cousins' first real sort of road test within the division in a game that mattered, there has to be some I'm not trying to sort of make the moral victory argument here, but there are takeaways and things to feel positive about, to Keith's point, no?
I mean, yeah, I guess you'd rather play well than play horribly,
right.
I suppose. But I just don't think that there are different categories of, like, I don't think you can get like an B+ loss versus a D- loss. Like, unless the entire team gets like annihilated and like legs start falling off and stuff. But no, I just don't see
zero-sum game for Dan, win or loss.
I mean, the only argument you could make is that you lost your starting quarterback the week before, and this week the backup came in and threw for 427 yards. So that you feel like going forward, Washington's probably in pretty good shape with quarterbacks. Problem is, that's not the only injury they have to worry about.
That's right. We'll get to that. We have 45 seconds left. Marissa, I want to ask you, there's been a lot of sort of games that you can remember going back years now with the Redskins and Eagles. And could it be that there's more bad blood between those two divisional foes than there is with Redskins Cowboys, given some of, you know, the melees? You had the smoke bomb that went off in the Monday night game way back when, I think in the Spurrier era. You had a lot of just ugly incidents with the Eagles and Redskins. You know what I'm talking about.
I was there for that.
You were there for that.
I thought it was pepper spray. And
Pepper spray, that's right. That's
what
it was. Pepper spray. That's what it was. But I mean, just a lot of incidents. Is this now the bigger rivalry for the Redskins, possibly?
Maybe. I'm not sure if it is for the team itself, although that brawl on the field took it to another level,
right.
So maybe it is. But certainly the fans might be there. I mean, Philly fans are a little bit notorious.
Slightly notorious.
I mean, I'm not going to throw them under
day.
the bus. I'm neutral, you know. But,
and the Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think the fact that so many key players from McNabb to
Yeah.
Deshaun Jackson have gone back and forth between the two. Although that's happened with Redskins Cowboys too.
Yeah.
The team you hate the most is the team that actually beats you.
Right.
So, you know, the better they do against the Cowboys, I think that's still their primary rival.
Yeah.
But if Redskins and Eagles are the two good teams in the division for a while, that'll be the biggest rivalry.